of my book, The Super Couple, in the section on what super couples actually said were some of the ingredients in their extremely happy marriages. And today I am reading on one of the things that they consistently said, which was friendship, which seems odd that we shouldn't know that, but truly super couples are each other's best friends. If you like the information you're gaining, if it's helping your marriage, please feel free to forward this to a friend or a family member, or maybe your children who are planning for marriage or are already married or are struggling in their marriages. This book can help any phase because it can always help us to become better human beings and better spouses. And please remember to like, share, post your comment, and I'd always appreciate a financial contribution. Click in the link below, buymeacoffee.com. So today we are reading on friendship. Quote, "We knew that we were best friends before we got married, and we didn't want to lose that. We wanted to continue that friendship and that fun." That was a quote by Chuck, a super husband. For all my super couples, one thing was obvious. They were all friends first. Super came second. Unlike some of the previously discussed elements of super couple relationships, this one will be easy to explain. Though in my chapter on faulty assumptions, I stated that there was no one right way to come together, I must also assert that it is exponentially easier to attain an extremely happy marriage if couples first establish a friendship. While this may sound laughably obvious, friendship is not at the foundation of many marriages because many engage or even marry while their brains are still in the temporary and irrational phase produced by the rush of the love cocktail. But even for those who made it past this point before they said "I do," many take for granted the value of seeing their mates as friends above and beyond their role as lover or spouse. Although the tide is turning, many still put their spouses in one category and their friends in another. This not need be the case, nor should it be. In every super couple interview, one spouse would iterate, "My spouse is my best friend," or "I would rather hang out with my spouse than any other friend." After recently retiring from the military, Rob and Maggie took a child-free 2-week vacation to Europe. Upon returning, Maggie said, "After 20 years of relative separation, I wasn't sure if we'd be able to spend that much time together without driving each other crazy. But now I know we can. We actually liked hanging out and seeing things and doing nothing at all, or even just driving in the car. It was so much fun. I'm pretty sure retirement won't be so bad after all." Rob agreed. "We had a blast." Of course, Rob and Maggie love each other. But at the root of their relationship is a deep friendship, an affection for doing the things with each other that friends do. Hanging out, talking about day-to-day events, playing, running errands, grocery shopping, and just being together. And they are not alone. Every single couple spoke of their enjoyment of just hanging out with their spouse and desiring that time together over any time with other friends. Lisa and Chad have lunch together nearly every weekday. Chad drives to Lisa's work and waits for her to walk out the door. He said, "I still get excited seeing Lisa walk out the door. Sure, I have other friends, but Lisa's my best friend. When I have the occasion to go golfing with the guys, I still have a good time, but the whole time I'm looking forward to going home to Lisa. We just have a lot of fun together." As a matter of fact, both Lisa and Chad told me they usually only make plans with others on days they know they can't spend with each other. I could go through every transcript and find at least one example that points to their friendship as one of the factors responsible for their extremely happy marriages. But the redundancy would be superfluous. Research has consistently shown that friendship is at the foundation of thriving marriages. The Gottman Institute affirms this when they say, "To make a relationship last, couples must become better friends, and one of the best ways to become better friends is by building love maps, which is a means of getting to know our spouse's inner psychological world, his or her history, worries, stresses, joys, and hopes." End quote. Super couples are expert at building these love maps that deepen their connections with their spouses. They genuinely like each other and like getting to know each other better daily. Super couples truly are best friends. While friendship as a factor in super marriages might seem obvious, its converse must be considered. Why are so many married couples unhappy and not friends? Didn't they start out as friends? When and why did those friendships end or weaken? Easily put, many couples stop doing what it takes to maintain friendship. Busyness, children, careers, and the day-to-day drudgery associated with building a home begin to take up so much of the couple's time and energy that in many cases, the friendship is taken for granted, and it weakens. Much like any friendship that weakens when life comes between two people, graduation, relocation, change of employment, when we are no longer able to devote the same amount of time and attention to one another, we can no longer build upon our relationships. This is not to say individuals would not enjoy spending time with old friends should they visit, as many of our friendships pick up where they left off. With old friends, much of what was held in common initially is still in common today. Additionally, with social media, they have made maintaining friendships much easier than in preceding eras because its users are able to keep abreast of each other's lives. However, the friendship between spouses needs more than the occasional wall post or even photo. The friendship between a married couple is maintained and deepened by sharing daily those things usually only experienced through interaction and conversation. Our stressors, our joys, issues with our bosses, and even the most trivial subjects like our favorite TV shows, our hobbies, or our current craving for peppermint ice cream. With this in mind, it is imperative that date night remains a regular and consistent event on the calendars of all married couples. Going on dates, if only for a 2-hour escape from the kids to your favorite ice cream parlor or even the grocery store, is an extremely effective means of maintaining solid friendships. As stated above, dates need not include world-changing discussion, but simply conversation that is fun, playful, or a rehashing of a story from your earlier years of dating and marriage. When questioned, super couples agreed that at the root of their friendships were conversations about daily life. Many even labeled themselves as boring married couples and figured I'd not find anything interesting enough to want to interview them. They couldn't have been further from the truth. Interviewing these couples provided a knowledge that the richness of marriage doesn't come from the extraordinary, once-in-a-lifetime moments, but from ordinary, everyday occurrences that, when shared, make an ordinary friendship extraordinary. Are you friends with your spouse? Did you used to be? What happened? Think about what you do with your other friends and see if you can import some of those same strategies on your relationship with your spouse. Granted, your friends are typically same sex and your spouse is opposite sex, and that's going to present a whole different way of interacting, as you've probably noticed by now, which is why our next chapter is going to be on communication. Now, that's a fun chapter. I'm interested in your thoughts. Post them below. I'm Dr. Christine Bacon. Thanks for watching yet another Bacon Bit. And as always, remember to live your life sunny side up.